and I was the only boy.
They hit the line, that's very tight.
2 horses going for £100 bonus.
A bit of competition doesn't hurt anyone.
There isn't many sports where you're followed by an ambulance.
And you got to meditate, no.
Hope I didn't make a fool of myself.
Oh, look at that.
Mad. If you couldn't train winners, I don't think I'd last long in the job.
You need to keep getting the winners in to keep it all rolling.
Give us a chance of getting the bonus.
When you're in a race, you're all opponents, friendly rivalry.
When you're on that track, you're all for yourself.
Six meetings, 42 races, £1.2 million in prize money. This is the story of Racing's Sunday Series. An innovative format as jockeys, trainers and owners compete across UK racecourses in pursuit of glory and winning some of racing's largest prize funds. £100,000 on offer for the first jockey to seat 7 winners and to the owner whose horse claims 3 victories, plus extra bonuses for trainers and their yards. With so much at stake as the series unfolds, rivalries are built and characters revealed.
I'm obviously born and bred into racing, wake up to horses, summers, every day spent with them, so yeah, this is my normal life. My granddad's always been here, he set it up from scratch. We're located at Sheriff Hutton, which is 20 minutes from York. The gallop comes round to the tree, in front of that tree, in behind those trees, and can you see it goes all the way up the hill there? About 1.25 miles. We've got lots of family members that have ridden point to point in. Obviously when you're brought up around horse racing, and I just loved it. I actually ended up going to university and doing a master's in sports nutrition, but it still brought me back into it. Normally it's 7 o'clock that we start. I had my accident in 2015. I took a 4 point point in. I was concussed. I ended up breaking my back. So I was on my back probably for 4 days before they could operate. 8 pins and 2 rods later, I was back 3 months and a week race riding after a broken back. At least I can't associate with it hurting or whatnot with concussion, but having that, you might never ride again because of a broken back and very close to being paralysed, actually, it drives you to try and be successful and attain those goals.
As they race up towards the line, Yorkshire Lady out in front. Yorkshire Lady wins for Joanna Mason.
Last year was the first year of the Sky Bet Sunday Series, and what a brilliant initiative it was. Some brilliant races were run, and Yorkshire Lady actually ended up winning 2 of them. So this is Yorkshire Lady. She's quite the queen around here, isn't she? Yeah, very special. We all Bagsy her, try to ride her, but Serena gets the dibs on her. Obviously, I think you've got to work hard. Our mornings start at 7 o'clock in the morning, we finish at 12:30. We'll then go on racing, whether it be Catterick, Beverley, Scotland, Musselburgh, or even down south. You've then got to ride. But before then, you've already planned your races, you've researched your opposition, where you draw and where the pace is. You've done your hard work in the morning, getting the horses fit and everything, and then going and doing your job and riding. Giving them a bit of a drink, cooling them down, but also washing them off. I don't have many friends, these are my friends. But no, yeah, seeing them from being foals to being broken in, and the hard work that goes on behind the scenes, that you've seen them come throughout the year. You get a bond and you actually end up with little favourites really that you ride. But we've got a great team behind us and we all work really well together. With staffing issue a little bit within racing at the moment, it's not easy, but they do all the hard work behind the scenes. We'll tack up our next lot, ride them, and then put our next lot on, take our last lot off. So it'll probably be about 15, 20 minutes. It's a bit like a cool down, I suppose, like athletes, you do your exercise and then you have a cool down, so that's what the walkers are for. Brilliant inventions, as my granddad would say.
If you were the only girl in the world and I was the only boy. Oh, that's only one of them.
He's not your normal granddad.
Oh, look at that movement, that dark angel. Oh, look at that.
You know, he keeps me well grounded and he'll soon give me a bollocking. But then he's very much there to give you that praise and, you know, learn from it.
Some people take to drink, some people take dope. I take work. I love it. Every minute.
I mean, I've gained a massive amount of experience from working with him and alongside him.
No, never look at unbelievable. If he gets married, she'll get boss. He won't get boss, I guarantee you that.
It's not just about the rides, it's about just general experience of life.
Not in the race, I'll give up.
What he likes to look for in a horse and, you know, what a horse looks like before it goes wrong and things like that.
Hey, want a photograph of you?
Want a photograph of me?
Yeah.
What for?
Take your hat off. He's a worker. He's a workaholic. Look at him, he's a grand lad. I'll show you a nice finish. Won me, I guess, 4 grand for it. Won me 5 or 6 races.
In the racing world, he's definitely a character.
Got me a walking stick. I like a walking stick. I'm 91 now, you know.
You know, he's still alive and kicking, 91, and he's still showing his face, and he loves it. And that's what I like so much about him. It's the racing that's keeping him going.
That's a perfectly made filly. Just walk up and down. Look at that walking up and down. And she has what I call a lovely swagger.
That's where he gets his thrill. You know, not spending the hundreds and thousands on a horse, but getting that horse he can nick and, you know, try and make it good.
This little thing here. Look at this little thing. Look at it. Aren't I lucky, Grandad? Look at little thing. Smiles away. This girl can do anything. If I ever got a boyfriend, I have to bet him. I don't any numbskull coming round, clicking her like that. Come with your work now, don't stand there too long. And don't let it go to your head, for God's sake. Give me a poke. Oh, love seeing her win. I shot my head off. Of course you don't you, naturally. Blood's thicker than water, you know, isn't it?
According to my sisters and everybody else, he's a lot calmer and more relaxed now than he was 25, 30 years ago. But Dad's main goal is to move forward, strive to get more winners and do better. Buy more land, borrow more money, buy more houses. It's what Dad and Uncle Peter have achieved, really.
We talk to each other. He's 92, you see. I'm 91. And we're in opposition against each other. Look at that, it's wonderful. Right, she just bossed me about. No, exactly.
Of course, well, somebody needs to.
Oh, that's the way you see. Well, the main thing of being a top jockey, you've got to have the right manners for a start off. You have to be more or less gifted as well. And you've got to be able to take knocks.
My normal life is this, being around horses and always being busy. It means everything to me, and the fact it's, you know, coming up through a family business really, and, you know, seeing me riding winners and Grandad just loves it, and it keeps him going as well. It's good.
Up first for Mason in the 2022 series, Hamilton. But it was 2 other jockeys that got off to the perfect start in the race to 7 winners.
Zoom in the centre now knows the lead. Captain Haydock on the near side. Zoom and Captain Haydock as they race up towards the line. Zoom.
My first winner was Zoom for Keith Dalglish up at Hamilton. They went very fast and it suited my horse, and I sort of fell into a lap late on.
Harswell Duke weaving his way through, but it is Eileen Dove who has got the lead for Clifford Lee, and it's Eileen Dove who flies home.
He's a very strong travelling horse. Once I sort of kicked, he was never coming back because he stays on so well. It was a good thrill, it was good for him to win.
Next, it was the glitz and glamour of York.
York is that race course that everyone wants to ride at. Rides, all winners there. You know, even just rides, it's just amazing, really, such a prestigious course around here. So yeah, no, was really looking forward to the series at York.
For one jockey, the thought of bagging the big bonus is adding a new dimension to the traditional competition.
It's a great initiative because it's not a normal thing for there to be racing on a Sunday night, is there? So it's great that there's not only initiatives for jockeys but for stable staff as well, which is great because they're the backbone of what we do, and if we don't have them then we've got nothing. So it's great that they've got initiatives as well, and obviously it's going to be a hard thing to do, and I think every jockey in the waiting room is trying to ride 7 winners at all the meetings, but we're all giving it a good go. York's my favourite, it's a lot of people's favourite track to ride at, always a great atmosphere. 9 times out of 10 they get some good weather, obviously in the summer, but no, I love York. Nice flat track, very uncomplicated to ride, and usually the best horse would usually win.
York, 22 horses flying down the Knavesmire, there's no better sight. I mean, it was a fantastic day again. I mean, it was a funny day, it was the end of the Premier League, so there was a lot of people had half an eye on the football as well, but the racing was really good as well. Some really good performances on the track, and we saw some horses who went on to run at the Royal Meeting at Ascot, so yeah, it was a really good meet.
At Hamilton, Jason Hart claimed his first victory of the series on John Quinn's JM Jungle. The question now, could he go on and win on the fancied Beluga Gold?
He's a sprinter, you know, they're ready to go. I hope.
We're headed by number 1, Beluga Gold, who was second in the first Sunday Series meeting at Hamilton. Jason Hart, who currently is top of the jockeys table for the Sky Bet Sunday Series dash over the 6 furlong trip, and there you can see the runners heading to post.
As they go inside the final 100 yards, Showtime Mahomes and Devast, far side still battling on. Latin Lover with Westmorean. Showtime Mahomes is just lasting. Showtime Mahomes, touchdown. Beat Devast, Latin Lover, Westmorean as you.
Hart's disappointment was Sam James's joy. His ride on Showtime adding to his success on Hayzoom at Hamilton to take him to the top of the jockey leaderboard. However, it was his girlfriend who he had to thank for this one.
Last minute I was on Westmorean, and she thought it was a better idea to ride this lad because he had course form more than the other horse, you know, so luckily she got it right.
You'll be listening to her a bit more in the future?
Yeah, I will, definitely, yeah. She knows more about it than I do anyway.
He was a bit unsure which one to pick, so I kind of went through the form and I was like, don't like to get involved, it's his choice, but I did think Showtime had the better form. Luckily he did, so that was good.
And here's how they bet for the next race. Eileen Do is at 7 to 1.
So Aileen Du, I think that's how you pronounce it. I keep getting told off by his owner Dave. He won at the Sunday Series at Hamilton. He's done really well. We got him from France. He got sent over to us. He's really settling in his races. He could be quite strong at first, but last time he settled beautifully and picked up really nicely. So we're hoping for the same result today.
Coming between runners is Harswell Duke as well, but it's Aileen Du who's gone to the lead from Lion Tower making ground. C-set right down the outside, but Aileen Du has a couple of lengths lead and 100 yards to hang on. Lion Tower, Del Grey Boy, Empire State of Mind are all chasing, but Aileen Du makes it number 2 and wins again from Lion Tower.
They keep pronouncing it Eileen. It's actually Aileen Du. It's Scots Gaelic.
What does it mean?
Black Isle, and that's where I'm from.
I love York track. It's probably one of my best northern tracks. The ground is always great there. Yeah, it's brilliant to get that winner.
In action is Hayzoom for Keith Dalgleish and Sam James, looking for his 3rd win of the series.
I rode Gathban of Matt Walford's. It ended up being a bit of a slowly run race to begin with. Billy Garrity made a bit more of a gallop, which made it a bit more true test of stamina, which what my horse needed really. And he ran on well to be 4th, so we were really pleased with that run.
Super Jack getting balance late in the day, coming in Evaluation. Evaluation has a big enough break to last home. Evaluation, Super Jack, Jeremiah Gadban, Emirati Hero, Summertime Romance.
It kind of felt at that point that certain patterns emerging, and there were certain yards who were really starting to dominate, the likes of Karl Burke and Keith Dalgleish, who both had really good days that day.
They start early here, yeah? Get out as early as they can. It's a very organised yard. I don't think they realise when you go into other places how they are very organised. Everyone sort of knows what they're doing, and the 2 girls are good as well, you know, they tell you if you need anything. I know what's happening here, you sort of know as soon as you come in, you know, which I think is very beneficial compared to other yards, say, that wouldn't be so organised, you know. If you're riding winners and doing all right, you can get a good few rides. If you're not riding any winners, you're not really riding for anyone, if you get what I mean. Karl doesn't miss anything, you know, about his horses, and he knows them inside out.
It's been a fantastic journey, really. You're on candid camera. I've been here 21 years now, and the original 50 boxes in front of the house there are still there, and they're fantastic boxes. But these barns that we're in now and all the other facilities that we've put on, yeah, it's pleasurable, and you look back with a bit of pride in it. We just try and get the small things right.
She's El Kabir, isn't she?
Yeah. I like her though.
I couldn't do the job, couldn't train by telephone, I couldn't train if we lived away from the yard. You know, I like being with the horses. They're the best part of the job. Everything else, whether it's dealing with owners or dealing with staff, is hassle.
And what do you need to be a successful trainer?
Mad. You know, if you couldn't train winners, I don't think I'd last long in the job. It would just fry my head, I think. But thankfully we've hit on a formula for the horses and the feed regime that works. It's all about getting the horses with the ability, really. We're already past our best UK prize money. You know, it's been an incredible year, really. Hopefully it's not over yet.
Cameraman wants to know why you're not very fit. All he could hear was you gasping at the top.
Yeah, he's a nice lad. He lives with my daughter.
Who makes the best cup of tea?
He's all right, actually, yeah. Although I do it more often. Thank you.
Yeah, she always helps me, and you know, she's very good at telling you whether you've done something wrong as well as whether you've given one a good ride. With her dad being a trainer, she understands racing, which helps, you know, and she doesn't mind me coming back late at night. It's worked out grand.
He chased me for quite a long time, so, you know, he likes to deny that, but yeah.
Showtime Mahomes is just lasting. Showtime Mahomes, touchdown.
She helped me because Grant had two in the race that both had ran well the time before, and I was on the other horse, Westmoreland, and she sort of looked through it and thought that Showtime Mahomes' form was probably working out a bit better, and luckily I changed my mind, and Grant was happy for me to do that.
Yeah, he gave me no credit.
No. There wasn't much in it because the other horse I think finished fourth or something, so there wasn't a great deal in it, you know, so luckily I picked the right one that day, you know.
So who wears the trousers in the relationship?
Who do you think?
I would say me. Yeah, I'm quite bossy. It really is like a family business, so all four of us work in the yard like full time. Dad is obviously the trainer, he's in charge, he's the boss.
To me, the pleasurable part of the job is being with the horses, so I'll always try to be out as much as I can. Lucy, my youngest daughter, she's assistant and she's been a huge help. Kelly runs the office and rides out as well. My wife still rides out. And then we've got a great team underneath them.
When you do work the hours we work, and it's all hard work, when you're getting the winners, and especially the big winners and having the big days, it makes everything really worth it.
There's a healthy rivalry between all the jockeys here, but they get on really well as a team, I think, you know.
It's been really good. Galloped a couple of nice ones. I'm not sure what I'm doing on my third one yet. The boss will tell me.
Aileen Dew makes it number 2 and wins again from Lion Tower.
The winners is what we all want. I love racing on the track. I love getting winners. It's a thrill. We all want group winners. We want to try and get the best winners we can and try and find the best horses we can.
Clifford's a very aggressive rider, very forward-going, whereas Sam's a bit more patient, so it's ideal for me because not all horses suit one jockey, I don't think, or not all one jockey suits all horses.
If you're riding winners, people are going to put you up. You have to ride winners. If you go on the cold list and say you've won on a horse, you're probably going to get taken off it. You need to keep everything up. Keep your riding up, keep your stats up. You need to keep getting the winners in to keep it all rolling.
You know what you're doing? Yeah, with Clifford and Sam James.
Yeah. Everyone wants to be first place, so it definitely will be some sort of competition there anyway.
Move all right, Sam?
Yeah, grand, yeah. Hopefully we can get on some nice horses for other people as well, which would be nice and give us a chance of maybe getting the bonus, you know.
It's me, you and Jason, but you've got the most placings.
I'm ahead, Cliff.
Yeah, we all have a bit of banter. You've got to have the banter. We're all there to do the same job, get winners, make a living, ride as many horses as we can. It's good. A bit of competition doesn't hurt anyone.
It's a competitive sport, isn't it? So there's always a bit of rivalry on who's riding our ones.
So far this year it's been fantastic. You know, we've got a chance of getting the trainer's bonus. Sam and Cliff have got a good chance of getting the jockey's bonus, so we'll all be wanting to win, that's for sure.
The third meeting of the series and the return to Scotland at Musselburgh on the banks of the Firth and Forth.
Musselburgh was brilliant. You know, each race course has got their strengths and, you know, just getting everyone else involved as well. You know, not just the horses, but the public that are there visiting as well, like the corgi racing, gets everyone involved. I had again a few good rides there.
You tend to need to be sort of more forward at Musselburgh and get into a good position.
Another horse in the running for the £100,000 prize is Evaluation. Owned by Sir Ian Good, trained by Keith Dalgleish and ridden by Series Championship chasing Jason Hart.
He's trying to get out, but he's held in by Captain Haddock. Then glasses up, and they really are beginning to dash now for home. Evaluation is now beginning a challenge with Hayzoom, Annandale, Bailey's Derby Day, and it is Evaluation for Jason Hart, who showed a bright turn of foot. And Evaluation beginning to pull away from Bailey's Derby Day and Hayzoom. Win number 2 in the series, the Sunday series for Evaluation.
Evaluation wins again. It's your second win. You fancy your chances?
It's going to be hard. I think you kind of needed to ride a winner at every single meeting and a double at one of them, so we might struggle, but we're still trying anyway.
And you're looking forward to the next one?
Yeah, definitely. They're a great initiative, and anything that's onward thinking is good for the sport.
Delighted, absolutely delighted. He just knew what to do, and that was it. We couldn't speak highly enough of the support that Sky Bet gave us. And I think what it does is it brings a lot of potentially new people into it, because they say, my horse is maybe rated this or that, oh, I probably wouldn't. It would, and that's very important.
It's fantastic. I mean, it gives owners and trainers like myself the chance to, target races from early in the year with horses, of a rating of less than say 85, and putting good money on. So, the owners that are the bread and butter of the sport are getting a chance to get some good money back, and that's what should be happening. So I think they're fantastic.
7 furlongs then for the Sky Bet Sunday Series Queen of Scots Stakes, a listed contest, so the 4th tier, if you like, behind Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and 12. Snooze and you lose for Sam James. Remember, he is one of those that's had a couple of victories in the Sunday Series so far, is Sam, so he's got a chance here as well. Snooze and you lose over on the far side, has got back past Queen Kalua. Clitheroe has weaved through horses, but Snooze and you lose is clear here, and it's Snooze and you lose who wins the Queen of Scots Stakes. Another winner for Sam James.
It's competitive racing. We all want competitive racing. We want the atmosphere to be like it is, and obviously prize money is a massive key as well, so it's a brilliant thing,
Rise and Riders from last. Neil Picador last in, keep an eye on him, he fluffed the start last time. Shifts right-handed, gets messy close home, but has the lead from Emirati Hero, and it's Keith Dalgleish again, this time Ryan Sexton, and a double on the card for Sir Ian and Katrina Good.
We went up to Musselburgh and it was really dominated by Keith Dalgleish, who had a great meeting. Evaluation won that horse's second race, meaning he was one away from the 100,000, and Mark Johnson had a horse who won the 2-year-old race. That horse went on to win at Royal Ascot. So these horses, they're winning at the meet, and then they're going on and winning at other big tracks as well, some Group 1, Grade 1 tracks.
I've never had 2 winners at the one meeting, but I thought it was a terrific thing. The fact that I've had some winners just underlines it.
Come on, Keith. Come on, Keith. Very impressive, and congratulations.
Thanks very much. And I hope I didn't make a fool of myself either.
Round 4 of the Sky Bet Sunday Series, you get to see a massive crowd, and I'm sure we'll get really competitive racing on track.
What's brilliant about this series, you were going to so many different tracks. We're going to Pontefract, which is the longest in the country, being 2 miles round. It was brilliant and very good racing again. I had 2 good rides.
In the weighing room, which is just to our left here at Pontefract, I'll tell you what, that's going to be very tense in there, because there's 2 horses going for a 100-grand bonus. So you can imagine how the owners would be feeling coming to the racing today.
My name is Adele Mulrennan. I'm the race day presenter for Go Racing in Yorkshire. Pontefract is one of the most friendliest courses in the whole of Yorkshire. It doesn't matter what day you come on. It's got a great family atmosphere to it. There's always loads of entertainment for the children. We've always got great racing as well. Fantastic prize money. That's why we attract such competitive races, but it always has such a nice, fantastic family feel to it.
There's good prize money on offer. Try and ride as many winners as you can. If you did end up winning the 7 races, that would be brilliant. But compared to the F1, if you're in the best car, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be the best driver, if that makes sense. And it's very similar to being a jockey. If you're not on the best horse, you're not going to win,
So we've got plenty of interest. We've got Orlane Dubb, who goes for a 3rd win to win £100,000. We've got Sam James, who's already had 3 winners in the series. Hopefully he could have a double. We've got Keith Dalgleish, who's had 4 winners. He needs 7 to win £25,000. I think we'll get an idea if the bonuses are going to be won, and if they are, who's going to win them.
I'm certainly keeping half an eye on how many winners of the yards have had. I know Keith's already had 4, and
I was sort of checking how many representatives he was going to have here today. So yeah, for sure, there's a bit of healthy competition in it as well.
In race 4, Joanna had hopes of finally finding a winner on Yasmin from York, going up against Sam James on the fancied Hayzoom.
Still staying on, Yasmin from York against the inside rail. Another half furlong to go. Kaiser on the outside. Nosers now ahead of Flint Hill. On the inside, Yasmin from York still has a chance. Kaiser, Yasmin from York and Flint Hill. Kaiser on the outside wins for Joe Fanning. The long-time leader, Hayzoom, is in 4th.
She switched off, yeah. She switched off from
Back on Hayzoom and stuff, I thought she had a great chance. She ran really well, but my other rides I didn't have as good a book of rides as I had at the previous meetings, so I was sort of more optimistic to have a winner than I would have been confident in having a winner, you know. But that's the way it goes some days, I suppose.
I feel like I'm knocking at the door, just not quite getting that win, but you know, as long as they're running well. There's so many external factors involved in horse racing. For a jockey, maybe you haven't got the best of chances, but you go into the form, previous races, speak to the jockeys who've ridden it previously to try and get that extra edge to get the best out of the horse you're riding.
And they're off, and a very even break. A half furlong to go. The two leaders bump in running. Bullet Force on the outside. Million Thanks, very little between them as they hit the line. That's very tight. Bullet Force on the near side. Million Thanks between horses. Forgivable back in 3rd.
That's 3 for the series now. It's intense, we're all friends in the weighing room, but when we're on the track, we all want the same result. We all want the winners, and obviously you've got to be on one of the best horses as well.
Cliff gave that a particularly good ride that day, and it was good to get a winner for Bullet Force's owners, Ammo Racing.
Here is Aileen Douve bidding to win for the 3rd time at the Sunday Series.
Win today, and there's a big amount of money on there. Well, so I believe, yeah. I've got my back pocket empty just in case. He has got a bit of toe, but whether he's got enough to beat these seasoned sprinters, I don't know.
Here goes Aileen Douve into the stalls with Clifford Lee.
It's difficult. We haven't got a very good draw. He's obviously running over 6 instead of a mile, but hopefully stiff track. The ground's a little bit softer than we thought it was going to be, so got to remain positive and hopefully he can do it.
Corinthia Knight into 2nd on the outside, Il Bandito, but it is Gathanfar, pillar post, Gathanfar wins.
Jason Hart, the winners of Sky Bet Sunday Series Sprint Handicaps. Tracy Raggett, our winning trainer.
3 winners for the series. I'm not sure if Sam, James and Clifford Lee are above me, but it's making for a healthy competition and it's all good.
4 meetings down, 2 to go, with Sam James, Clifford Lee and Jason Hart tied at the top of the jockeys leaderboard with 3 wins, needing another 4 to claim the £100,000. Meanwhile, Karl Burke and Keith Dalgleish battle it out for the trainers' race to 7 with 4 victories apiece. It's all to race 4.
It was something that we targeted from the start of the year. When the races come out in the calendar, you hope you've got enough horses and the right horses to go for those races on that day. Once you add a winner or 2, then you start thinking about maybe I've got a chance of winning the bonus. But it's obviously a great incentive, and especially racing on a Sunday. When it first came in, we were promised that we'd be racing for big money, so for something like the Sunday Series to finally come in is something that all trainers and owners hope carries on.
All of us only on 3 wins, we will need another 4. It's going to be tough, but we need to find the right horses for the next 2 meetings.
Hopefully Keith and Karl and Grant have them kind of calibre horses and give us a chance of maybe getting the bonus,
The Jockey Championship's getting more and more apparent now. It just makes a bit more of that rivalry, which I think makes a bit of the fun aspect about it, and the aim to get those extra bonuses that are in place from Sky Bet.